Well, hello everyone and welcome. This is our first paranormal show of 2024. And so we're happy to see you guys here. And please go ahead and share the show because we've got the Paranormal Detective Investigation team on tonight. That's us, okay? And I'm going to bring the rest of them in now. I'm just trying to get these social media platform widgets buttons pushed to the on mode and put in the greeting. All right. So we've got, of course, the heartbeat of the South in every beat of my heart. None other than Tim Harrington, Paranormal Detective Tim. What's going on with you?
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing? Everything's good.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all in just a little bit because we got to bring in Paranormal Detective Ziggy himself, James. That's so funny, James. You look, I had your identity. James is a paranormal spy tonight.
I didn't want to tell you.
He's on his identity. He's a paranormal spy for us tonight. Great. Well, y'all know we can't do any spying or paranormal predictions without her. That's Kathy CC call. So thank Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. That's the kid's favorite, Kathy. Kathy, did you used to be a teacher?
Yeah, computer teacher. Yeah.
Oh, well, you can tell, huh? They lost some Kathy.
And my mom was a teacher before me and her brother, so we come from a lot of teachers in our family.
Seems like the kids know that. They just automatically detected, huh?
Yeah.
Did anybody else get a yay? All right then. I actually did teach too, but I guess they kind of forgot. Maybe I never mentioned that, you know. I've done like 101 jobs, so I can't tell her all of them.
I'm the same. Yeah, we probably could compare notes.
Yeah, for real. All right. So let me put in hello, welcome everybody to our show. Oh, but no, that's not. It's not a Christmas show. There's still some stuff in here. I've just been kind of. Is anybody else dragging into 2024 this year, or is it just me?
24. I am. Yeah, for
No,
sure.
I'm not.
I'm not out of 2023 yet in some respects, but others
Kathy, me neither. It's so weird.
Yeah,
You know, it's like I mean, even my what do you call it? Equilibrium hasn't caught up with 2024 yet, and my mentality, you know, as far as my meditation concentration, hasn't caught up. It's not
it's
moved
been
quite
Mercury retrograde through yesterday, so that's why. Yeah, today.
I know, because I mean, I can't get there. Yeah, I've been trying, but I can't get there. You know, and so I'm glad to know I'm not by myself. Thanks, Kathy. I got Kathy's my paranormal deficiency and crime partner. We just can't get there. I feel so much better now. So, guys, both of you guys are looking good, except for our spy, our alien spy that we got in here tonight. One-eyed spy. Well, you're
I think
looking
he's
good.
got another eye on the other side. I just don't think he's wearing it.
Yeah,
Like,
I see it, but I kind of like the one-eyed spy.
okay,
That's a good name, one-eyed spy,
one-eyed,
paranormal one. Yeah,
one-eyed.
one-eyed.
There's a one-eyed Jack. Is that a card or is that something sexual? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and I think
I
it
don't
used
want
to
to get
be
in
I think
trouble.
it used to be a song, and
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't want to get his shit down. Yeah.
It's yeah, it's something because I remember it too, Kathy, but I don't know
Yeah, I
exactly
think
what.
there's a country song that they dance to,
I think it
One-Eyed
was
Jack.
a country song. Yeah.
One-Eyed Jack. Yeah. I can't remember
Uh-huh.
how it goes though. Yeah.
Well, all righty then. So let's see now. We want to know about. We're going to talk tonight about predictions, and we don't know. Like I said, I just kind of had a couple things to come to mind that I've been pondering over that I feel that's going to be coming in 2024. And Kathy informed me at the top of the show that she has some paranormal predictions for us, and we're going to be chiming in, listening to what she has to say, and tell her what we think about that. And I guess the guys, y'all just coasting tonight, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
that's
Okay, that's cool.
that's all
Yeah.
right with us. Well, all right, let's go see if what's in the studio. I still see Christmas songs in here. I hadn't had a chance to delete those. Um, heck, I thought I had gone in and deleted all these Christmas video shows from the studio, but each show has its own studio platform, and I guess I may not have gotten this one because I guess I wasn't for sure that it was there. I didn't even realize. So anyway, here's one that's not Christmas. We're just gonna play that. Give us a minute to go ahead and share the show, and then we're gonna dive right into it. Okay, you guys. All right, we'll be back. Stick and stay.
Science has taken a major leap in the battle against thinning hair in the new topical treatment called More Hair Naturally 9. Why? Stem cells. This triple stem cell formulation may help repair and rebuild the major hair components that produce hair. Most people who experience hair loss may not realize, but damage can be done to those hair components due to DHT buildup and other factors. The old approach of DHT blockers, stimulation, nutrient supplementation is fine, but often that's just not enough. Stem cells can take it to the next level. This new natural treatment also contains redensyl, capixyl, and bicapyl. These breakthrough ingredients stand alone in terms of documented success. But guess what? All three are contained in the new More Hair Naturally 9 formula. And there's more. We have several peptides designed to help fight DHT, reduce inflammation, stimulate cell production, and much, much more. In fact, More Hair Naturally 9 addresses almost every cause and symptom of thinning hair currently known to science.
Showing this video. Let me take it off of the computer is stuck. Ah, I've noticed I've had slower internet connection too, starting out this year. I believe they started out cheating us. Um, there we go. Okay, finally got the studio turned on. I can see. I keep my phone on so that I can tell when we're back. because the studio it sometimes go ahead of or lag behind the the whatever it is, how the speed. All right, Kathy, I'm gonna
Oh
let
yeah.
you go ahead and take us away, and
Okay.
let's all listen up to Kathy while I delete all these Christmas videos and all this. Well, no, you know what? I'm not studying them. They're gonna stay there because I don't want any interruptions with our um show tonight. Come on, Kathy. We're listening all ears.
Okay. Let me just get my glasses on. Let me read this. Okay.
Sure.
A popular British psychic medium um, who forecasts the future, affectionately known because he predicts it with asparagus. I can't believe I'm reading this. It shows a picture of asparagus. I'm going to switch to another one because I don't know how you can
Okay.
do this with asparagus.
Asparagus.
Okay,
What?
so let's.
Well, you want me to talk about a little bit while you're finding one?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, another one. Her name is Vargas. Let
Baba.
me. Baba
BABA.
Vargas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, now,
yeah. I saw that one.
are you
I
going
think
to say that one? Do you want to say that
no.
one?
I'm not gonna say that one.
Okay.
No.
All right. She has doomsday predictions. The legendary blind Bulgarian mystic is credited with foreseeing many of the biggest events in history, including the Chernobyl disaster, 9/11, the COVID pandemic, and the death of Princess Diana. And even though she's been dead, well, let me see. Even though she's been dead, they still follow her prophecies with great dedication, probably like Nostradamus.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that the Russian president is hardly the world's most popular man, so he has to watch his own back a lot. And apparently, next year, which means probably this year that we're in now, he'll face an assassination attempt, not by an international agent, but by someone in his own country.
Mm-hmm.
And then, still, according to Astro fame, Vanga only predicted an attempt on Putin's life. Perhaps the whole reason he managed to survive is the late clairvoyance warning. So maybe because she warned everyone that didn't happen, but there's supposed to be terrorist attacks,
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, in Europe. Russian
Mm-hmm.
leader isn't alone in facing this threat. Next
Yeah.
year, Europe is supposedly set for a terrorist attack by Islamic extremists, and a big country will carry out biological weapon tests or assaults next year. Vanga, the so-called Nostradamus of the Balkans, didn't say where exactly in Europe these strikes would take place. So if you believe her word, just be on guard. And then she predicted a major economic crisis. Uh, she envisioned a number of different factors happening and different economical powers shifting from the west to the east. And then a
Mm-hmm.
technical revolution and a surge in cyber attacks, medical breakthroughs. And she also said that we would be hit by a devastating solar storm. But I don't know if you've heard it, that there was a comet that NASA apparently actually lost, and it's supposed to hit in October 2024 on the planet.
What did they
So
lose?
a comet. They lost a comet that they were tracking,
Oh wow, it went ahead, didn't it?
but
I bet
now
it's
it's closer to us.
yeah. I bet it's
And
I bet it's hid in an asteroid
belt.
bundle belt. Yeah.
Yes.
Because
So
those asteroids block
that's
everything.
yeah. But I also have a. You can go next if you'd like. I have a Vedic astronomy prediction by Joni Party. I follow her. She's a Vedic astrologer, and she's pretty
Okay.
good too.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you want to go next.
Yeah,
Or
I'll tap in a little bit because I'm just basically giving my
Hi,
own take.
Sandra.
Yeah, hello, Sandra.
hi, Sandra.
Thanks so much for
Hey,
joining
Sandra.
us. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm just kind of doing what I'm feeling based on I guess the last 30, 45 days of my meditations what I feel is coming, and I kind of like I've been looking at my dreams occasionally when I have them, not just really for um, documenting, researching for anything specific, but just kind of going along the lines and taking everything in consideration, which is normal for me. It's probably odd for somebody else, but this is normal for me anyway. But I know that we're going to have a lot of weatherization things dealing with nature. Mother Nature is very upset with humanity at this
I know
point.
I talked to her.
You know how to talk to her?
I know I talked to her.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah. And
Because
so.
you're an ET. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. No. Perfect sense.
I went along. But yeah, simply because, uh, and it's already started because Japan had this really big earthquake, and then they had at one point a small earthquake there in your city, James, yesterday.
They
Uh,
had a big one in Japan the other day too.
that's what I just said. Where are you? You on another
I'm in
planet
outer
already?
space.
I see. That was the first one I mentioned.
Pay
I was in
attention,
outer space.
teachers in attendance.
Yeah, and then the second one was there in New York. They had it's very small, just a little bit over.
I know it
Uh,
shook my spaceship.
okay, okay, yeah, but I'm pretty sure. What was your spaceship doing on the ground? You shouldn't you have been in the air?
I got
Like,
it on the roof of his house.
ah, okay. So, anywho, we're gonna have some earthquakes in places that are not normally known for having earthquakes, simply because the fault line is cracking more, simply because of the shifting of the planet. Our planet is really shifting in several different ways, in many different ways, not only through dimensions, but within the dimension that it's in currently. Um, and in addition to the reasons why we're gonna have those earthquakes, um, the wars are causing a lot of damage to our ozone layers up in the sky, and the thunder and the roar of the earth. Because you can imagine if you're an animal that lives under the earth, or a creature that lives under the earth, or an insect that lives under the earth, and you're in a country where there's boom, 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 boom going on all the time, you flee that. You got to flee that area, and you got to go to another area. You're gonna dig your way to another area that's quiet, right?
Well,
Or
the ozone hole helps me. How do you think I get through?
I understand, and but yet and still, that's gonna throw out the ecosystem. When you have these creatures or underground animals and things that are not supposed to be in your area or in your geographic location, but they have found their way there because they are fleeing for a better habitat. So that's Mother Nature messing with stuff. Tim said, "Come on, Tim."
No, I mean I agree. It's just that they've said for a long time that the planet was dying. This is really nothing new. It's just more to got our attention more now because of how critical that it's getting.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think, and that's another reason why they're trying to get your private trips to the moon. I believe
Mm.
if they don't already have it ready up there
Mm.
for when this planet does die. Because
Mm.
what really lets me know that we really in trouble is the uh, the icelands, the icebergs are all melting, melting to the point to where the polar bears pretty much are dying because they don't even have that surface to walk on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's been said for a long time that I can remember even back when I was probably in high school that the planet was in the process of dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's getting so close, and we're able to see the signs of it.
True.
Um, Meaning that the seasons aren't the regular seasons,
True
you
that.
know. Um, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but this is what we created. This is the damage that was done that was created by man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also we will have, because of the planet deterioration that's going on due to a lot of seen and unforeseen issues. We will also begin to see a lot of extraterrestrial
Yeah.
activity,
Mhm. Yeah.
uh,
For
from both above and below,
sure.
because you know,
My sisters and brothers will be coming this year.
and your cousins and aunts and uncles and grandmas too, huh?
They'll be coming this year.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So I mean, I'm not mad at you.
Also,
as long as y'all come in peace.
Oh,
uh,
we're peaceful. We just want Joe Biden.
Uh-oh.
and
Save that
another
for tomorrow.
and it's another thing that is happening, and it's the year of exposure,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
we're talking about those people who are heavily on the dark side and have been able to manipulate things here and there, frequencies, etc., etc. They are being exposed.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're being exposed right now. It's one of those mega church pastors that is being exposed. There are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood is being exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example: Jeffrey Epstein's charter is now available with
Mm-hmm.
hundreds and hundreds of names.
Mm-hmm.
Not only their names, the amount of trips that they took to that island. So
Yeah.
this is the year of there's going to be a lot of exposure because we have to remember they thought under no circumstances would this ever come out. This is
Mm-hmm.
huge because
Mm-hmm.
they said it's the majority of Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
uh, and your upper echelons that were doing the traveling back and forth with
Mm-hmm.
Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were going to see a whole lot of that. We're already seeing it. It actually started in the end of 23, but
Mm-hmm.
24 is going to be really a blast.
Excellent. Kathy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, I followed Julie Green and I listened to her today, and she actually, made the news, that the major headlines, because she's predicting an overthrow of the White House and the
Mm,
government there, and she claims that a lot of officials have already died, and that there's actors that are actually acting the parts, so they've been taken out or whatever, and she claims
Mm-hmm.
that our freedoms have been taken away, and the elections have been fraudulent for way longer than we even know about. We're just going to be shocked about a lot of things. Mhm.
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. You
It's
know,
me.
and it's not really anything paranormal about it, but
Mhm.
when you think about how karma works, because
Mhm.
karma is something that we cannot touch it, we cannot
Right.
see it, and we cannot feel it, but we can actually see it in action. You
Mhm.
Yeah,
know,
there's something else I just found out about karma. Karma is not revenge. Karma is balance.
it's
Mhm.
balance. That's right.
Hmm.
You're absolutely right. And some would take it a step further and even say it's justice. But it is really balanced, because
Hmm.
that people don't understand. You cannot have light without having the dark,
Right.
and you cannot have darkness without having lightness. And most people have never even heard of this. But like I say, I studied weird things and have done so
Me too.
research
Me too.
for over the years, all of my life. And one of the things that I found out that is really paranormally amazing is that, did you know? And for those of you that don't know, I'm informing you, and you'll be able to research it. You may have to go to a scientific website or somewhere to research it because Google may not even know this. But did you know that you cannot make white paint without adding black paint?
Well,
No.
black isn't black the one that has all the colors of the rainbow? Actually,
Exactly.
dark.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be void
That,
of color.
Kathy
And
knew that.
it's
Yeah.
the opposite. The opposite. Darkness has all the colors.
Right.
Too.
Kathy, that's exactly right. And when you tell, if you want to tell it, when you tell the average person that, they go like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
not true,"
I
you
can't
know.
have color. I know.
But
It's
but the light cannot exist without the darkness,
true.
you know.
Yeah.
And it's just a principle of nature, and that's why I say Mother Nature is gonna be a mother for us in 2024 in all
Oh,
kinds
yeah.
of different aspects of our lives, health wise, medical industry wise, as Kathy Force stated, politically wise, as Tim Force stated, but
Yeah.
also militarily wise too.
Well,
Amen.
she says there's stuff going on in the background that we don't see, and I believe that.
We can't
I
see it. It's like a
yeah,
whole nother,
think,
yeah. And
mhm.
and it's like, the okay, so religious people, the Christians, Catholics, and a lot of other religions that may not call it heaven,
I had to
but
take
there
that thing
are,
off. It's getting hot in there.
I could imagine.
Okay, sure.
I knew that wouldn't last, alien. Our atmosphere is not suited for you. That's why.
Besides, you can only communicate telepathically. You
Mm.
That,
probably didn't
that's what
know
I'm doing
that.
now.
Yeah,
You know, he can
exactly.
hear you though.
And so back to my statement that I was getting to was is that dimensionally there's a city above and a city below. And a lot of people call it heaven and hell. Other people, refer to it, or organizations or faith. But in real structural history, there's always been alien cities above us and alien cities below us. So,
Right.
Tim,
Nah, I was agreeing. Yeah, right. And people, we really have it backwards. The aliens was here before we were.
yay!
Yeah, they do have
Yeah,
it
they
back.
were.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had to be here because we have part alien DNA in us.
Yeah.
And they
And
left Atlantis for us.
yeah, and people always want to know, well, why do we see so many UFOs, and why do UFOs come here around Earth in different countries? Because they are drawn to us because we are actually the only organism that was created from them. There are plenty other life forms and plenty other on plenty other planets, universes and galaxies, but they originated from within their own DNA. And the body like DNA that we originate from comes from the group of the five classes of aliens. And I've already kind of described them to y'all one time, but and
Yeah.
really on one of our paranormal shows, I'm gonna really do a good breakdown of the
Right.
five classes of aliens because they don't really rank in authority by names that the science fiction movies and
Right.
normal people call them, like the grays or the lizards and stuff. No, that's not the way that they're classified. They're classified
Yeah.
by names such as the
Right.
ancients, the replicators, and so forth and so
Right.
on. Tim,
Yeah. So this is what I believe. I believe whatever contract that they had with America or the United States, however you want to put it, with us Earthlings, has
hmm
expired.
yeah,
And the
I
reason
would
why it's
agree.
the reason why I say that, we saw the first sign of it when they started to unclassify a lot of stuff that was dealing with the UFOs, the alien species. It's like they're trying to spoon feed us to get us ready for what's really going to show up. But I don't think that will be possible to spoon feed us because it's already bigger than we've ever seen it. So imagine that times 100. Oh man.
Mm. James,
Did you guys ever see Close Encounters of the
Yeah.
Third Kind?
I
Yeah.
love that movie. Yes.
Did you notice how eerily similar it looks to the COVID pandemic,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where they all
And
had to wear a mask?
yeah, and on top of that, now that you mentioned COVID will appear again in 2024 to
Right.
where certain states in the United States will
Did
be
you?
masked. Tim?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
No, no, no. I was just saying that we're gonna be masked again. That's
Right. But I'm gonna tell you something who predicted that pandemic before the pandemic even came. Maybe probably about
Nostradamus.
no no no.
Nostradamus.
No no no.
Okay.
These people, everything that they have predicted and shown has came true. I
Okay.
am talking about the Simpsons.
The who?
The
The
Simpsons.
Simpsons cartoon.
Did
The
you say The
Simpsons
Simpsons?
cartoon. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. I have heard something like that. So I
Yeah,
had.
if you Google it,
Uh,
everything that we've had happen, they
yeah.
have
Mhm.
already predicted, and
Mm.
people are so um curious to how is that happening, how are they doing it,
The
because they'll never be
writers. It's
known.
got to be the writers. The writers have a gift,
I'm
They
and
on the
got
that
same.
yeah.
and this could actually be the way that they get their predictions out.
I'm on the same
Because
page as Tim,
yeah.
because if you look at some of the older movies back in the '80s, they were little by little spoon fed you all this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
War Games, Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
others.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like people call us psychics, but we're really not psychics. But for a better, for shortness of a better name, writers are psychics. Why? That because they have a deep imagination and their mind is so open. It's like it can the other dimensions can communicate with writers. Okay, in other words, how do they write so well? Everybody cannot write well. I mean, I can write and get say I'm a good writer,
But
but to
it's
be a writer like Steven Spielberg and was that one of his movies, Encounters of the
That
Third
was his
Kind,
movie. Yes,
and are the writers of The Simpsons? These people have got the gift. These writers have got a gift, not just for writing. That means that they've got
it's
a perceivement. They are able to perceive information from the alien world and other dimensions.
even
either
the
that
birds
or
and the
they have
blob.
a portal. They're doing some type of time travel, because when I tell you
They
how
might could be
real,
going through a portal.
right, and they've already predicted our nuclear war. um I think that was you that said that your dream was a whole lot of burning and explosions.
And yeah,
So
lots of planes and soldiers jumping out of planes, landing on the ground, shooting, shooting, shooting.
I had the same thing, but I didn't know what yours was. But I told you I had just gotten out of the military. It was in the 80s I had those dreams. But
Yeah.
I knew it was strange because it was in our country. So
Yeah, in our country, that was, and I mean, when you have a premonition, no, I'll say a vision because premonitions usually happen instantaneously or shortly thereafter you have the premonition. But a vision doesn't have. We don't know what the timeline is for the vision.
right.
And so when I had that vision, that's why I said I woke up and I mean not woke up, but you do be in a sleep like state. but when you come out of it, it's like I was so afraid. It was like
Yeah.
I just escaped death, dying, and that is a feeling that is awful. I mean, you're talking about scared straight. I mean, stiff or whatever.
I know
But-
how you feel, Emily. I had a dream about 9/11 and it happened.
Wow.
and you
I
were
didn't know
scared.
that.
I didn't know that either. Thanks for
That's where I
sharing.
come out with closure.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. I sure didn't know that. Tim,
Yeah.
how many did you see on chat?
3.
Oh, okay. So, I bet I don't know. I guess that's not our gamers are not in. I guess that's why they're not showing. But you
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It could be the studio because yeah, it was so weird. They said that my payment didn't go through. And I know that wasn't correct because I had enough money in there. And so they took me down. They took my content and my connections, everything. I had to do everything over.
Oh no.
I had to do everything over because they dropped me down to uh, 0. In other words, you hadn't paid. So if you don't pay, you don't keep your stuff up, right? And I'm like, okay, because you know what? We have been off a week. So therefore, I didn't realize, we were here Friday, but I'm like, okay, Friday we were able. And I entered my information to pay. And then I decided I was going to try to do an upgrade since I knew I was going to have to do everything over because I had experienced that once before. I said, okay, so I'm going to do upgrade to the very next level, the highest level they got so I can see what it's about just to try it out. And so I kept hitting that, did that twice, submitted my payment, but it never would process. And not only that, and this is something I was going to say for politics tomorrow, but I got to say it now. All of this is happening. All this delay and stuff has happened because Joe Biden took our Social Security money without congressional review and sent it over there to Netanyahu to Israel, $117 million, something like that. And so that means that he robbed Peter to pay Paul, and he robbed our Social Security money to delay it. Because,
You mean we pay for it?
yeah, normally, people that get their checks on the 3rd will go ahead and get them on the 1st. Our banks will deposit them 2 days early.
I don't get mine till the 10th.
The veteran got theirs. He knew not to mess with the veteran money. Mess with that. But he messed with us old folk pension money and borrowed from our money until he could put it back on January the 2nd. And we didn't get our checks until January the 2nd.
Yes.
Was it? January,
yes.
January the 3rd. Today the 3rd, right?
Well, you're in a better boat than me, Emily. I still haven't got mine.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And so I was gonna say that for politics tomorrow, but I was pissed off about that anyway. I think that's what happened because I'm thinking that my check is in my account and it didn't deposit thanks to Joe Biden stealing our old folk pension money.
Yeah.
And what if we did that to them and give our tax money when we wanted?
I'm gonna sue him because I didn't ask him using my dollars to pay to sit over there.
Hold your breath for this, Sue.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's already being sued and nothing is happening. So look, I'm gonna find something to play for. Take a little break if I can.
Right.
Yeah, and then when we come back, I think Kathy has some more information for us. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right, you guys, stick and stay. Don't go away. We'll be back.
Dad, it's time. It's time! It's time! Woo!
Bruh, this is what we're going in for right now. This garden glue.
Bruh, it's time.
It's time!
Is that your
That is so cute.
is that your kids, Tim?
Oh no, that's the guy who's over the product. That was his wife and his two children.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Tim's kids are grown because those
Yeah.
are my grandkids.
I didn't know how old they were.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my oldest will be 30 in January the 16th. And
see,
my daughter, she just turned 28 November the 3rd. So yeah,
see.
they
So
big
you're an
grown.
old man like me.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank God that he was a good father only and wasn't messing around and hanging his head in where he laid his head. I
Mhm.
said that, you know, that was only in one place. So thank Lord for that.
Amen.
Mama raised him the best she could, and
Mm.
I thank God for the wisdom and keeping him on the right thing to do.
Okay.
Because what I did on New Year's Day, y'all, was I had a New Year's karaoke party here at home, and I it was just me and Precious, and we sang to karaoke from the Roku TV. They had this really great app on there, and then they had all of these old concerts that you could just go and watch for your house party. So I
Mm.
watched old live concerts from James Brown, Al Green, um, and God about BB King, and
Hey, Emily.
about two or three more.
Mm.
Hold that thought.
All
And
right.
then and so after I watched BB King, I researched him to find out how many times he'd been married and how many kids he had. And you know how those blues singers are, man. They went from town to town. They would drink a lot, and they would party. They had a lot of women. BB King had 15 children, y'all. you know, and and another thing that I found out about him on this concert that he was in, and I think this was filmed in it was filmed 4 years before he died. Oh, I know, he was in the the UK. He was in London. He was in London, and he sang two gospel songs. This little light of mine, and when the saints go marching through.
Oh.
And I never knew that he had recorded any blues song. I mean, any gospel songs. Okay,
Might
James.
not. He might not have, but he probably had it in his repertoire.
Yeah, and I think that he was preparing himself for departing
Yeah.
this time, this earth, because
Yeah.
he kept saying, he was talking back and forth to the audience about, um, he, what when he go and when he's gone and then he would kind of segue into what, but while I'm here, he's gonna let his little light shine and do what it can do. But I'm getting off
That's
topic. Back to you, James.
Anyway, I'm only doing this for my family. Just want you to know this, all right? And you're all my family.
Mm-hmm.
If you send me a hard drive, I'll have a present for you.
I'll send you a hard drive. I'm not sending you no hard drive. You know how much cost to send stuff nowadays.
You mean a storage device, right?
A storage device, yes.
Yeah,
a USB.
yeah.
Preferably a 1 gig because they're cheap
Oh,
enough now. If you
okay.
send it to me, I'm not going to tell you what's on it, but I'll have a present.
Mm.
Okay.
I
I don't
guarantee.
know. Think about that, James.
I guarantee of what you just said, you'll love
Give
it.
our clues.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that, James, because I just spent $22 on sending food. I'm serious. That post office got too high for me. It cost me $22 to send 4 certified letters before December the 31st. And I could not believe that postage has gone up that much. And guess what? I bought 2 stamps, and guess how much the stamps were a piece?
Mm,
66 cents a piece. I'm
mm.
like, what the hey is going on at the post office? It just show you everybody
Wow.
does everything electronically and digitally now, James. And hey,
Oh
I
no.
apologize, but I don't know about that. I gotta see how much it's gonna cost for me to sit.
All right, you want me to tell you what's going to be on it and ruin a surprise?
Well, you can tell me because I don't know if I'm doing it. I'm
All
being
right.
honest.
You know I was a DJ.
Yeah.
5,000 songs in MP3 form
Oh,
and karaoke songs that you can sing to.
yeah.
Probably, I don't know, 3,000 karaoke songs.
Well, what am I do with that, James?
You said you like sing karaoke.
No, I didn't. I just said I did that on New Year's Day.
Mhm.
And now you'll be all set for next New Year. And
No,
one
but
more thing on there.
everything is so digital now, James.
That's why I send me a hard drive and I'll put it on it.
But I don't need it. There's nothing I can do with it because those are copyrighted songs. And you had permission to play them because you were a DJ, right? You had a license.
No, I had bought them, and under the copyright laws, I can make one copy for myself.
And that's what you did. But you can't send it to me. I can't play it.
Yo,
Not on the show, in your own personal house.
Oh, I
oh,
understand what you're saying, but Tim will tell you, I don't play music in my house.
no.
I only play music in the car,
Um,
and I only listen to music when I'm in the car, and I'm not in the car long enough.
oh,
And I only listen to one station.
okay.
Yeah, we all topic, right? I know James could have told me that in the message, right?
Yeah, Kathy, take it away.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's okay. So the person that I'm mentioning the predictions from, her name is Joni, Joni, Patry, Patry, and she's with she does a monthly newsletter with the Galactic Center, and she does Vedic predictions monthly and
Mm-hmm.
yearly. And she
Mm-hmm.
says that the main things that are happening this year is just what you talked about. You guys are right on with the karma, but there's also going to be an awakening and a
Hey, Jack.
revolution as well. Hi, Jack. So there's going to be a revolution. She predicts that because of the politics and all that the country's going to get divided. So I hope that doesn't happen with the political elections and the issues and the problems that are going to come out with them. So,
Well, I agree with her wholeheartedly. Hi, Jack, and thanks so much. I'm glad that he did get it. I couldn't remember which one of you guys said to use your email, and I sent it to Rowan, and so I'm glad you guys got it. But I totally agree with her, Kathy, because you know what? We already split. We already
mhm,
split on opinion, public opinion, and once public opinion gets split, that's it.
mhm,
You know,
right.
uh, on whatever topic it is, once public opinion gets split, there's no unity. So she's absolutely right. What else did she say?
Well, she said, and everybody's been saying this for at least 6 months or longer, there's going to be an economic crisis because she
Hmm.
said when Jupiter goes into Taurus in May, the economy is at a crisis point as Saturn and Jupiter are going to be forming a square. So
Hmm.
inflation is going to continue to build, affecting the economy even more. And then the cycle of Jupiter and Saturn, as
Hmm.
they aspect one another, determines the financial climate of the entire world. So the last time that Jupiter was in Taurus and Saturn was in Aquarius was in 1965, and that year
Mm.
marked the start of extreme inflation. So she
Hmm.
said, as we are already in a state of inflation, this marks a time when inflation is going to be even more intense, meaning that we'll be
Hmm.
heading towards recession to bring back balance to the world.
Well, she is completely right, 100% again.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I ordered. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a 52-week um, savings challenge that I ordered. This it came today. I haven't unwrapped it yet, but what this does is it helps you to save actual cash money, so much each week, so that by the time you get to 52 weeks, you'll have more than $1,000 in here for emergency money, because they say that everybody for 2024 need to keep some cash on hand, because we're going to have a big cyber attack, and the banks are going to have to close. Whatever money you got in the bank, you're not going to be able to get it out of ATM. And and I think about that. That is so true, because like now over in Gaza, when those people were attacked, all the banks got bombed, shut down, and the people that didn't have any cash didn't have any cash. Some people were wise enough to have cash on hand, and they now that this is like 3 months into the war, they still have just a little money. Those that did save cash money, paper money, physical money. I don't know what the name of it. I know in Jewish money it's called shekels, but in Palestinian money, I don't know what it's called. But those that did have actual physical money in their hand, they were able to buy, a little food for their families to help them to get through. But then there were so many that had to die from starvation because they didn't have any physical money. So with everything that's coming towards us, I was gonna say this for Friday to show everybody, but I'm gonna show it. I'm showing it today. I advise everybody, you don't have to get a book like this. You can actually make your own, because there's a lady on YouTube that'll show you how to make your own, like by using Ziploc bags. But I don't have time for all that crap stuff. So I bought this. It was only like $7 on Amazon. I had it shipped to my house because I get free shipping. I don't pay for shipping for nothing. Except for when I had to go to the post office and do those certified letters. But anyhow, I'm preparing. Also, I would advise everybody to start buying you some bottled water to store somewhere, and some
You know what
canned.
I do, Emily?
Right.
I buy the big 10 or 4 gallon jugs of it
Yeah.
that you put on top of a water cooler,
Uh-huh.
and I store them. I got like two extra at all time.
Well, that's right. Exactly.
And I can go to my local Price Chopper or whatever supermarket and get them for like $4 for 4 gallons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead
Well,
of buying them.
I'm talking about store up a little bit more. That Tim can tell you how much I got. I got like a couple of cases of bottled water. It's just me.
Yeah, but see, them cases of water, you got to get rid of the bottles. So I'd rather just buy the big thing of it, put it
What do
on
you
my
mean you gotta
cooler,
get rid of the bottles?
bring them back or whatever.
No. I'm telling. This is just regular water bottles, like the water bottles of water you buy in the store.
Yeah, no, I know. But you got to do something with them.
I don't do anything with them. I got
You
them
don't return them?
Yeah, what
No,
he
we
means
don't have to do that.
recycle. You got to recycle, or you got to do
No,
something.
we don't do that here in the state of Tennessee. We don't return
We
anything.
do.
We got to
New
throw
Mexico
it.
doesn't either. No.
We
Okay.
do.
I got a phenomenon question for everybody.
Okay.
I wanted to ask it when you were touching on BB King.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that people know when they're going to cross over?
Yeah, that's actually not a paranormal question. That's actually
What would it be?
it's actually a um hmm, well, and if you're religious, you would call it a spiritual um awakening or feeling or yeah. If you're not spiritual, it's called an enlightenment. And what happens is they say that everybody that gets ready to pass knows at least a minimum of 2 years
Really?
before they're going to pass away. Hmm.
That's a long time.
I
Yeah,
know
it is.
that it gives you time to get your life straight.
We got to pack your books too.
But
Give you time to get your life
What about those that crossed over and came back?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
That's another
They were
story.
they were declared clinically dead, but
Right.
they still survived. Yeah, that's why it's important not to
Well,
take.
that's why they did not die, because
Mhm.
they weren't supposed to.
They looked like possibly they were passed on, but
Yeah, but
maybe they
they
were just down
their
for as a
brain just their brain just didn't die completely. See what
yeah,
I'm saying? But
yeah.
it lacks when you're that's a medical
27
issue.
minutes.
That's a medical issue. What you're talking about, like if somebody's in an accident, get hurt, and then they are in the coma, that sort of thing. Even when people are in a coma, they're not dead.
Right, they
But
can hear you. And if I'm
but
not, if I remember correctly, the brain has 27 minutes
Did you
before
watch
you.
that on Ancient Aliens, Tim? Because I seen
Huh?
it too. They a quack doctor had put a stopwatch to see how long that the brain would actually have activity after passing.
Oh yeah, it's information that I just stored in my database. That's all.
I
And
get,
then,
but he's not talking about the same thing you're talking about, James. What Tim is talking about is how long can your brain go without
Well,
air? How long can your brain go without air before you die? Is that what you're talking about? Like when somebody drowned
no,
and
yeah,
when they die, he talked to the guy's head, and the eyes
no,
open.
no. I understand what you're saying, James. I'm trying to understand what one Tim is talking about right now.
well, I'm talking. Well, I think they say the brain got 27 minutes. I think before your clinically brain dead or what have you.
Yeah.
But I was asking about the ones that it's like they're given a choice. Some of them say that they received a choice whether they want to cross over or come back. You've heard the stories about some of the people that have seen they left their body and seen themselves on the operating table or in the hospital room. And
Mm-hmm.
some say they had a choice and they saw all their loved ones. And some of them said that they had a choice whether to remain there or come back.
I don't think that's true. They were lying because now they may have
Really?
seen. Wait a minute. Let me finish. Both of you. They may have actually seen the vision of themselves in the bed, but brain waves, they were not dead. And whether or not they're talking about what they were given a choice, you do not get a choice at death. The only choice you get is that an angel of death, as they call it. And I've never seen it, and I don't want to see it till it's my time. But
Mm-mm.
Right.
but the scripture says that the angel of death will come to you. It may be the person, somebody that you know, it'll come in the form of somebody that you know, so that you can feel comfortable talking to this person. You're gonna think it's a person, but it's really an entity. So this
Mm-hmm.
entity comes to you and asks you, tell you then that you can confess to your sins. You understand? And in order to be forgiven for everything wrong that you've done before you go. But they do not offer you a chance to come back here. They offer you a chance to be forgiven. Now, the people that have seen this, what they say, they're seeing themselves, uh, laying on the hospital bed or whatever, and that they were dead. Yeah, they saw that, but they just assumed that they had a choice to come back. Did nobody tell them that they had
No,
a choice?
yeah, I've heard of them actually being asked, "It's your decision. You need right at the gate that you want to go and enter in, or
I don't
you want."
believe that though.
Well,
But
I
I've
Patrick
don't.
heard
I
Swayze
don't
got
believe. I don't believe them. I think they just added that on to themselves for a special touch.
Patrick Swayze had a choice in Ghost.
I don't know. You're talking about movies. I'm talking about real stuff. Hold on. Hi, David. Thank you so much. David is pitching in here. He says, David says, people who pass and come back are usually given a message from God to share with the living.
That's my fellow employee.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to work with David.
Hi, David. Well,
What
I agree with the part about them maybe seeing themselves. in the hospital bed, and that they look dead to themselves, or I believe those that saw the light, that a bright light. I've heard them say that. But as far as having a choice to stay or go, I've heard them say it, but I don't believe it. And the reason why I don't believe it is because of my strong foundation in what the scripture says. And that is that the man knows not his day or his hour when he will come, and that you will bound of that you will that the death comes like a thief in the night. And when death comes like a thief in the night, you're not gonna get a choice to stay or to go back. That's the reason why I don't believe it.
Wait a minute. Is that the same that God will come back like a thief in the night?
No, darling.
Wait, whoa. Where am I getting that from?
Yeah, there was only one resurrection. That was Jesus Christ. Now, that was a paranormal event if you're not religious.
Okay.
But if you're religious, it was a resurrection. If for people that are not religious, it was mysterious or paranormal, or they don't believe it.
Man, that's a whole topic in itself.
Within
It is.
itself.
But I can say that the AI has changed a lot of things, and AI says that they can predict how long a person's lifespan will be.
Really?
I don't believe that. And you know what?
I don't believe
That's what they're saying too.
I know what you're saying, but you know what? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm disagreeing with that concept. What I'm saying is the reason why I don't believe it is because I played this little game they have. They have these little crazy games on Facebook all the time, and it was like, let AI tell you what you would look like in let's say what 2030 or 2035 or whatever,
or who you'll marry, or they got a ton of them.
They got a ton of them. So I did the one that you upload your picture, and it was supposed to transform to what I look like. It had me and said I would look like this, and guess what it had me looking like? A man with a mustache.
So, I guess they haven't upgraded it enough yet.
Yeah, they probably not just quite there.
They probably aren't. I wouldn't trust them.
That's what I'm saying. AI is kind of off whack there,
Dave says only God knows when you'll die.
That's right. Because the scripture said no man. Didn't say God didn't know. Say no man knows his day or his hour when he will leave. And I'll tell you something. Nowadays, your wellest hour is your sickest day, because we're here one minute and gone the next because of the times that we live in, because of crime, because of somebody else's evil mind.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at us four. God forbid, I'm doing fine today, but I could be gone tomorrow because I got to go out tomorrow. I got to go to the doctor's office and get my blood drawn. Right. But what if some irresponsible fool runs into my car and I'm dead? I'm gone.
Yeah. So you're saying, it's not a lot of natural passing.
Exactly.
It's man by the hand of man.
And now you can see that's why the scripture says no man knows his day or his hour.
But they did say, and even Julie Green said that, is that they've been poisoning our waters deliberately just to get the population down. So
and processed food too. That's why
still that does decrease and give people cancer. That's probably one of the prime things. But one of the things
medicines.
But one of the things I was going to say, what a good thing, they just discovered 4 days ago that they have a molecule that they found, and that they can eliminate 99% of all cancer. They found that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a scientific.
It's about time.
I'll find it.
It's about time.
I don't think that they're going to use it or allow it to be used. You know why? Because big pharma can make more money treating it.
They already make a lot of money off of us, and that's why I was on site too on Friday. But I can go ahead and share it with you
But
guys.
Okay, they
Uh,
found it. They found it in Texas at Rice
ah,
University, and
wow.
It's a
it's
molecule.
yeah, it's known as an aminocyninine. I don't can't say it molecule, and it's commonly used as synthetic dyes in medical imaging.
A
And they're
menosinide, yeah.
and
A
their thank
menosinide.
you. Their atoms can vibrate in unison and form a plasmon. It says
Mm-hmm.
MON, and when hit with near infrared light, causes the cancer cells to membranes to rupture. So
Wow. I mean that would be really great if
That's
I heard that
fantastic.
they're going to be coming out with huge discoveries.
and I have to agree with you, Kathy,
Down, we're not
because
held back anymore. Yeah. Go ahead.
down in Brooklyn, there's a hospital that found a cure for cancer already,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's all
okay.
prostate cancer. But they're going to start using that on all other cancers because it was effective and got rid of the prostate cancer.
Awesome. Awesome. Very
You can
good.
look that up on the internet. It's down in Brooklyn, a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
David says, look what Big Pharma is doing to Dr. Oz. They tried to assassinate him. Yeah, I did hear he had a lot of problems. I don't. It was last year. I was during the COVID time that we were in. I think, and they were
Dr.
had a lot of
Oz?
articles out about him. Yeah, because he was into politics. I think he was trying to get into politics. Also,
Yep.
wasn't he running for something? Trying to run for something?
Yes, he
Really?
was.
That's
Okay.
when it. Yeah, and then that's when it splattered him.
Oh man.
That's why I tell y'all I love politics, but I don't want to run for nothing.
Yeah, right.
All right, then, y'all. Phenomenal show, and we've got a lot to talk about tomorrow night. We've got our politics show coming tomorrow, David. Hopefully, you'll come back and join us with our politics show on our politics show.
Dave's on the red side, so he probably will.
All right, awesome. We have a lot going on, coming out starting this year already. And we're looking forward to a great year for our shows. And our shows are what glue us together, as James often say, as our family. We have two more members, one that can hardly ever be with us, but we still consider her our family member. Is Linda Purrs, and she is in Nashville. She lives in Nashville. And then there's Sybil. Sybil comes only on Fridays, okay? And you'll get a chance to see Sybil. And then we have Elaine, who is our special guest. She comes on, but she is still part of our family. She's part of our team family, even though she doesn't like co-host or anything, Elaine Presley. And Kathy and Elaine are cousins, which I didn't know. I found that out. That was a surprise. Yeah, she was on last time. You guys spilled the beans because I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And Priscilla likes me, so that's good.
Yeah, okay. And Elaine made a post dating her that she had discovered her family tree all the way back to, I think she said 1819 or something like that. Her post was on LinkedIn today, and so that's phenomenal. But I had wanted to do that for Tim and myself. Then I changed my mind simply because the ancestry.com got hacked, and so many people's personal information and stuff was stolen.
Well,
I'm like, okay, I do not want another clown on me running around. So
we were safe in one area, being older. But I would. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to even go there.
Well, maybe there's one running around with a mustache.
Yeah, that's the one that I want to say.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, we had a bunch of fun. Closing comments, James.
I'd like to thank Dave for coming and finally visiting.
Yay!
And
Thank
please
you
come
so
back
much.
tomorrow, Dave. You'll have fun.
Yes, thank you so much, David, for coming. Closing remarks, Tim.
Great show. I'd like to thank all 10 of you all for tuning in with us, and for you all that are going to watch the replay. Be sure to tune in with us tomorrow. Be there, be square.
All right. Well, you know, the thing about it is, it takes really kind of like a year for new shows to like, you know, just really get a hold of the audience. And we've only been doing this for about 3-4 months now. So, so I'm gonna have to do some heavy promoting while I'm off before I do start back to work in the spring. Hopefully,
But
I
you're
start
moving up
back.
on Facebook.
Yeah, you're moving up. I know a lot of talents has been on way longer and haven't increased. They've just been stuck.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I'm talking about these two new shows. And James,
Yes, ma'am.
you'll be happy to know that you know, you told me when I do start my Sunday show back that you would like to come on sometimes and share some of your stories. Your So I just created a new page, and I'm gonna have a new show, and I'll probably start it next Sunday, not this Sunday, but
And what's that going to be called?
it's called Let's Testify. I'm not doing the Talk About Angels show anymore.
No.
I'm doing, but it's going to be a Sunday show, but and it's not necessarily religious. It's secular, whereas Let's Testify. And in my meditation, it was made plain to me that people need a place where they can have a voice, where they can share, they can just come on, you know, and testify if they want to give a religious testimony, super duper. But sometimes people are not religious, and they just want to tell and be thankful about good things of their life, or,
Yeah.
you know, just being here, you know, and they're not necessarily religious.
I got an excellent song for you.
Great. Yeah,
It's not my song, but it's one of Chuck's.
that's fine. And then a lot of times people just want to come on. I mean,
It's
people just
called it's
want to
called Come On
sing.
In.
Yeah, some people just want to express themselves in song, whether they can sing or not. Because what happens is our churches have become too commercialized. Our
Well, this is
churches,
religious, and I'll ask Chuck. It's called Come On In.
I gotcha. And our churches don't let people back in the old days in the small churches, you know, in the churches in the
Yes.
community. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody
Mhm.
knew Mr. and Mrs., brother and sister, so and so. But now you got these humongous church audience with 2 and 3,000 people. Don't nobody know nobody. And nobody can get up and speak unless you're on the program. How
Yeah.
stupid is that? You know,
And a lot of them I turned into a business.
yeah, and you know, there's no village no more
Yeah.
in the church, and people miss that. And a lot of people miss that, especially senior citizens, because you know. So anyway, I'm opening this up, and we'll start it, and we'll just see how it goes, you know. And
Yeah.
and so I mean, Kathy, you're welcome. Tim, you're welcome to come too, because like I said,
Thank
I'm not going to be preaching, even though I'm a minister. I'm not going to be preaching or any of that. I'm not going to be doing scripture. I'm not going to be doing praying. We're just going to talk.
I got
You
to
What
talk
know,
to you about something.
what time is it going to be
I'm going
airing?
to do. I'm going to do it at 4 o'clock on Sundays to
Okay.
give everybody a chance to go to their churches if they want to watch their
Okay.
sports games, and you know, get to almost the end of their sports game. Because believe it or not, the majority of my viewers, my audience, have always been men. More men have always watched the Emily Pearl show than women. So I have to take into account my male people's schedule.
Yeah.
On football on Sunday,
Yeah.
you know, I know. So,
I know
Can
a
I
bunch
just
of
add
women out.
one closing statement too
oh yeah,
about
I'm
this?
getting you in. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
thanks for bringing me back, Kathy, because we had gone way on out
We
again.
could go on for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, close the comments, Kathy.
Well, I just want to say that this is going to be a great year to manifest. So, besides all of the scientific, all the new things and inventions and health, good things for health, we got to also manifest positivity, and it's going to be a great year for that. So anything you think or do is going to be magnified, because this is going to be a really powerful year. It's going to be a year of the awakening, they call it.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Kathy, give us a rundown of a couple of them people that are maybe coming up next
Good
on
idea.
the show.
On Friday night.
Rudy Paris, Parris, and he was a finalist in
On The
in The
Voice.
Voice. Yeah, I think it was the third series of shows. I think he was on that one.
Third season,
Third
Cool.
season. Yeah.
Where does he live?
California.
Yeah. He plays up in Bakersfield. He does Merle Haggard covers with one of
Ah,
Merle's original band members.
okay.
And the
Awesome.
original band members in his 80s now, so but he's a cool dude. So
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
excited to meet him. I wanna we're already promoting him, so
oh yeah.
I know Friday we'll have a good response.
And he
So
owns his
listen.
own studio.
Mhm.
Ah, awesome.
He's a songwriter.
Well, you already on it, aren't you?
Well, me and Rudy been friends for a while.
Oh yeah. Okay. James know everybody on Facebook.
Yeah. He covers the areas I don't cover because I'm more on Instagram. He's more on Facebook. But yeah, Rudy also, somebody might do a documentary on him, someone that lives in Bakersfield. So because he has Native American histories, he says that.
I can see it in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, all right then. That's it for us for tonight, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night with some really fun hot topic politics. All right.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Everybody say good night. We
Send
love
it
you all.
out.
Good night,
Bye.
family.
Good night.